Hey guys. Yeah, we're trying this again.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Ever. Never. Ever. And an inordinate amount of time passes. You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage. Alright. Nothing town. Do you want me to upgrade that to a... The song of... Like a fly to the ointment. Your conscience sticks to it. The stench of liquor, a fiery streak.
You hear it, it says, this fan has 2 chain pull switches. The blades come squeaking to a halt. You swoop up and catch what you have in your hand is a truly hideous. A mirror hang hot water. Suddenly, you realize you have no mirror. As you slow abort, you clearly have not. Yeah, there is. Where to even begin? Bet you are. It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your. Behold, you have no idea who this thing is, do you? It appears you're also dead. There's. Please stop. It's horrible. You're scary. You can't. What does it even mean? You should check yourself for a pulse, superstar. From hearing, you find no sign of life on your swollen neck. However, like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place. It's too late. Like. The window stands broken in its frame. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy. The shards face outward. A fine web of scarring, more likely a projectile than a held object. There it is too. The single green. Congratulations. You smashed the window, which you mean someone else. A cool wind gushes in. Your There they both are. Two identical shoes. Good.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises. Her eyes are brown, and her face is speckled with birth.
No.
The young woman.
No. You're a police officer, sir. Okay, cool. I won't. First, I have to...
She's right. Something wants to come out through your mouth. But you can keep it down because your body does not control you.
Sir, you've... I couldn't say. In truth, so far...
The words have already left your mouth.
Whoa. Come on, man. Pretty... Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. Okay, that's cool. Or if I can just maybe ask you to elaborate on that superstar. I have certainly been entertained. Thank you. It's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me. And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it. The living shit. Who knows what? How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. Good. They'll make you stronger and better. You're too old to be cool now. But find cigarettes, smoke them, blam. Instantly a cool renegade man. A mystical red dragon with smoke rising from his nostrils. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses. The door is closed. This door can... There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Still no answer. Still nothing. You should punch a fucking hole in it. You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce, not to mention, great exercise. You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul. Utterly. And it needs to be heard through a PA system by other people, whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're... You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious. Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed. A man. Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk. A comp. Looks. A small engraved steel tag says, "The Great Skua. Ste Koarius Skua."
Look, why don't you go and talk to him?
He pretends not to hear you.
No, I'm not the bartender.
He's very animated all of a sudden.
I have 3 cafeteria. She just, you know.
A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from on the counter, rolled out of "The Man Does Not Mind." You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner.
It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago, your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook. The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick. You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says 5 real. It feels nice and greasy. You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket it. The man continues to snore. The sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent. There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Why the yelling, man? Congratulations. You've seen the future. Thank God, no.
The worker stares at you, his eyes dry from sleep. A web of
I don't know what you're talking about.
fuck sleep. Despite the headache and the queasiness, you feel like you've got at least a 10-kilometer run in you.
Indeed. Help yourself to some. That's the name of my employer. How's it? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside? Good. We're in the for one. I could use some more shut-eye and they got it.
The way he says measurehead implies ultimate trust in this head reckoner's physical prowess. He seems like a worthy rival. You should slay him.
We are the workers, the union. Okay, I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the union.
The dock worker doesn't answer. His head
You shouldn't keep your
As on the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on...
Hello.
You realize he is waiting for your name. Raphael Ambrosius. Yes, it is.
Yes. Well, it looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list. Okay. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? Does that mean the body is no longer... Mm-hmm. Sure. But did you take it down completely? Does that... So, where it has been...
What a shame. Get to it now. Rip that body down.
After it's been up in a tree for...
Delicate goods, filled with stinking horrors.
After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification.
All right, come.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
The man...
Mr.
Yeah.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an
What? I have no idea what that means.
Sir,
Yes,
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene.
no.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you...
You said you just got here.
What, of Martinez? No. I live in Jamrock. I only...
But you...
Yeah.
I didn't imply that. Detective. It's your turn.
Yes, he means, do you have questions for me? Like, behind this building? That's easy. See that door there? I don't know.
He doesn't know. He just said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Suddenly you tense up. Blood is being pushed to your muscles. You should hound him on this. Hound him hard. The prey drive says.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I don't... Do I have to answer him?
The lieutenant stands motionless. His expression.
What are you, an idiot?
He ignores. More. Press on. Push through.
Fuck you, man.
That's enough.
That's a real pity. Oh, I meant the union dock workers. The locals.
Did the deboarders themselves tell her the...
I don't... I would suppose...
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbor.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little note.
She went away because none of your business. Does she?
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be... What?
That's good. But there is a timetable for this
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet.
Let's go.
Not so fast, Mr. Feminist. You owe me 100... Oh, excuse me.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the...
No, you don't owe me street cred. You owe me money. You owe this establishment 130... Let's see. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab. What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or... Are you...
Some do take recompense.
If you run out of money, you die. It's like...
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
You can't arrest me. I haven't done anything.
Did someone order a vague, farcical reading of the law? More than one pops into your head.
But it's not innate.
It is cruel of you. A man has been killed. File a request for compensation with Station 41. We need to...
Okay, you'll only have to pay for the window. And the drinks. The Langer does. Fine, I'll take it off the bill. You want to sleep in a post-apocalyptic shithole? Go ahead. But I'm not giving you another room. No, not cool. You still owe me 30 for the drinks. If you don't have it by tonight, I'm not letting you back...
That's enough now, sir.
By the way, where is home? But you've been at this hostel cafeteria. You don't really know, do you? South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere. Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe be...
Hello again, sweet.
Wait, the lieutenant nods politely.
All right. But I'm Lena, my husband. Yes, dear. It means I can't use my legs. I was in an accident. Oh,
She blushes. Surprise.
I was a train. You'd think I was lucky. But I hope not. Although the work you are doing for all of us is quite dangerous. But not...
So you volunteered, sometime in the past, for the beatdown and hell of bullets? So very you.
No problem. Whatever do you mean? Sequence killer?
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree. I can...
Now, gentlemen, no need to... Thank... Perhaps another time. Oh, sweetie, I heard your...
You've got guns of steel and a chiseled jaw, somewhere under the bloated alcohol layer. Maybe she'd like to sponsor you.
Oh,
She's not really lusting after those biceps, man. It's more like an appraisal you give to a healthy specimen.
You must be joking. Although our pay does sometimes feel like a joke.
it's not...
Interesting idea. This Everard Sounds powerful. Maybe you can wrangle some coins out of his pocket.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry I don't have much. Yes, officer. You look rather... Oh, my. You know where we are. A seaside hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise. How would I have... Speaking of history... You're joking. Try again.
The lieutenant's outside the melted...
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. Oh, dear. But
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
No.
Of course.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
Of course, dear.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard. Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46. You don't know. 5. Another standard. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped. You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 8, and yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of...
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? A woman or a kid? Understood. 200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes. Interesting. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer? A drummer only... Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
He doesn't seem to hear you. Looking south, toward the...
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent. A week?
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.